To protect its aircraft from surprise attack, the Air Force maintains part of its bomber fleet airborne at all times, prepared to proceed to specific targets. Each aircraft has a positive control point beyond which it will not pass unless it receives an authenticated coded message from command headquarters telling it to proceed to target. The aircraft would proceed on direct verbal order only. Despite recent fiction to the contrary, failure to receive such an order would not cause the aircraft to continue on to target. If the message is not received before it reaches the control point, the bomber is promptly returned to its base. Nobody can order aircraft to go beyond the control point to carry out a nuclear attack unless the order is authorized by the President of the United States. The details of how this would be accomplished are classified top secret. In general, however, the order would reach the aircraft from command headquarters. Like all such orders, it would not be obeyed unless authenticated by more than one person, each using a code that is changed frequently for security reasons. When the results are checked and added up, the message is either verified or proven false. These controls prevent the acceptance of a false go order and would stop any crew member from deceiving the others into thinking that a false order is authentic. If a pilot were to attempt to go it alone without orders, he would be unable to do so because each of the crew members must take individual action before nuclear weapons can be launched. Similar controls apply to tactical aircraft, air defense aircraft, and missiles. Missiles, however, require even more rigid controls because of the obvious fact that once launched, they cannot be recalled. Control of Minuteman missile systems is typical. As with aircraft, the order to launch must be properly decoded and authenticated in each of the several control centers of a missile wing. Prior to launch, both controllers must operate several switches, each necessary for enabling a missile to be launched. This preliminary activity is revealed on the control panels of the other control centers as an intention to launch. If any of the control centers sees the launch commanded or launch in process light go on and has not received a coded, authenticated order itself, it can and will prevent a launch by any one of the others simply by activating a launch inhibit switch. As far as the launch itself is concerned, both controllers must perform simultaneous actions before the final launch sequence can be completed. Physical separation makes it impossible for one person to actuate the system. At the Launch Control Center, tight security measures prevent unauthorized access to the missile complex. No one can enter the area unless he has the proper credentials and is accompanied by at least one other authorized person. Like the other military services, the United States Air Force is continuing its all-out effort to keep our nuclear weapon systems safe through design features, safety studies and surveys, continuing engineering analyses, a human reliability program, rigid safety rules and procedures, and tight physical security. An around-the-clock, around-the-world assurance that our nuclear weapon systems are ready for war, safe for peace.